Thank you so much, Chandra. I'm here with Meredith, and we're here to talk about some of these exciting upcoming innovations that we've got here coming your way. So, look, enterprise security used to be about outside in, protect the perimeter. But soon enough, it all became centered around endpoints. And today, all that's changing again. It's got to be inside out. It's got to be about protecting identities today. Those inside the org hold the keys to the kingdom. That's why we can say with certainty, enterprise security's next act is identity security, because you can no longer do security without identity. Mark, our CEO, says it's okay to brag as long as it's a humble brag. And look, I want y'all to look at these numbers. This is what we have accomplished together. And it really is together. Your hard work, our hard work, some amazing scale and value creation for our collective set of stakeholders out there within your organization. 188 million entitlements under management, over 200 million certification decisions in the last year, almost 6 billion provisioning events, 80 million workflow executions. So that says 79, but the number's dated. It's over 80 million now, that's for sure. And one of the things I'm most proud about is that we've got 81% of identities under AI management. That means collectively across y'all's estates, that 81% of those identities that we're collectively managing are leveraging the power of AI. So speaking of AI, I've got 3 key themes I'm going to talk to y'all about in terms of where our innovation is going. So we're leveraging advanced AI technologies to build new products and capabilities. Some we're excited to discuss today as we're making enhancements to new products, but we're also expanding AI's relevance within our existing products as well. All that's going to drive better decision-making and improve productivity and ultimately faster time to value for you all and your organizations. Also, using AI and automation allows us to provide unique views into identity context and make it easier for you all to make data-backed decisions. It's all about understanding how access is inherited, which is really key for zero trust, also allowing you to respond rapidly to immediate identity threats. The third key pillar of our innovation agenda is really about platform. And I know we talk about that a lot, but it's this unified approach to identity security that allows you all to drive growth at a much faster pace than what you would otherwise be able to do. So there's some really key innovations that we want to highlight here. The first one is all around agentic AI. We've just rolled out Harbor Pilot. That's our AI agent. Now, I really encourage y'all to look into this. Now, as is the case with a lot of our new AI features, you'll need to enable this because, we're about trust and safety and security first. So you'll need to ensure that, you're comfortable turning this on within your organization, but this is an amazing productivity boost for your teams. We've also done a ton of work around machine identity security. Now that's been out for a bit, but one of the biggest problems that we've historically had collectively is how do you find these machine identities? And now we've got a set of AI-based capabilities that allow you to automatically discover those accounts. With non-employee, I'm really excited. That's been FedRAMP authorized. We've also got enhanced integration with identity proofing providers and a much deeper integration with Atlas. With our data access security solution, we have the ability now to delegate governance based on crowdsourced owner elections and usage patterns. We've done some really cool stuff around app onboarding. We've got an expanded app discovery capability and also a lot more control around the account correlation matching. You can go fuzzy or you can go really precise. You get the slider bar, you get to decide. And with Atlas, there's so many things to mention that I'd run out of time if I kept going on. Data segmentation for roles, following on with our investments there, self-service revocations, custom context for entitlement descriptions, KIM, DAS, and NERM, now in AIC, which is of course our BI environment, and so much more. But the thing is, our innovations aren't just limited to classic product kinds of things. We've got a bunch of cool stuff coming up here from a customer experience standpoint.
Wow, we have a lot going on, lots of innovations. And at some point, we're here to help you accelerate your success and take advantage of these innovations. From strategic planning to implementation, education, and support, we have a portfolio of offerings that are designed to support you throughout your journey. This portfolio is known as our customer experience portfolio, and it's oriented around 4 service types: accelerating your success, professional services, training and education, and of course, support. The services contained within this portfolio are customizable, and they're really designed to meet you where you are in your journey. And they just make sure that you have that right level of support that you need from SailPoint to really maximize your investment, to reduce those development risks, and provide that foundation for long-term identity excellence. Now, I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about one of our newer offerings, Success Acceleration Services. Now, we know that no two identity journeys are alike. Your goals, your systems, your organizational culture are really uniquely yours. So we've built a set of tailored services in a package that really offers a holistic and a flexible approach that's designed to evolve with you. Whether you're just getting started or perhaps you're optimizing a mature program, our Success Acceleration Services again, meet you where you are with scalable support offerings that really grow alongside your needs. Key services within this package include success advising. This might be foundational setup, strategic planning, aligning to your business objectives. Then we have optimization services, which include diagnostics, benchmarking, and support to ensure peak performance. And then, of course, we have education services. And these are some flexible learning paths that are delivered through our Identity University that really empower your team with the skills that they need to be successful. And then, of course, we have support services. And in this package, we offer enhanced coverage, prioritized defect resolution, and then program management to just keep you going. And then finally, we have community services, community access services. And through this, you're going to get invitations to webinars, developer forums, and events like Navigate. So you stay connected to the broader identity ecosystem. So if you have one of these packages and you need help with documentation, you can tap into one of our on-demand learning modules. Perhaps you have a question. Well, our massive community is ready there to help you. Or if you're looking for deep expertise, you can book time with our identity architects. So really, this isn't just a support package. It's a fast track to a stronger, smarter, and more secure identity foundation. As you've seen, innovation is definitely in our DNA, but that's not just applicable to the products we build. It's also in the way we support you and drive your success. We are continuously evolving our engagement model by combining advanced technology, rich data, and deep identity expertise to deliver a proactive and personalized experience. So instead of that one-size-fits-all approach, we dive into your unique identity program to deliver meaningful outcomes and do so quickly and efficiently. So from customer success plans to project reviews to identity health scores, we make sure that you're getting maximum value from every part of the SailPoint platform. And I will say our entire ecosystem, including delivery services, training, community, and support, is always there ready and aligned to accelerate your results. Some recent innovations that we've announced include new role-based training paths, and these are paths that are tailored to your team's specific responsibilities. We also have an enhanced customer portal with a much more intuitive experience. And then as Ben talked, we've got some AI agent updates that bring together product intelligence and support functionality. So no matter what your goals are or your complexity, we are committed to making sure that every interaction you have with us is relevant, it's impactful, and it's designed to help you build a modern, resilient identity security program.
Hey, Meredith, it's one thing to talk the talk.
Right.
It's another thing to walk the walk. And I want to, actually segue here and get into a demonstration, because earlier I went over some recent innovations. And so now we want to show you Harbor Pilot in action. So to create this demo, we worked with our solution engineering team to create a real life scenario. And this is a real life scenario that a customer experienced. And this is just to show the depth and the breadth of Harbor Pilot. We started with this is a pretty stressful scenario. It's a scenario where there's an M&A event and there's a skeleton identity team, no professional services, and a key admin suddenly became unavailable. Now, that will remain a mystery, but they did. Trust me, they did. So in this demo, we set out to show you how Harbor Pilot can help SailPoint admins navigate virtually any situation, even a high-stakes rollout.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Casey Marr. I'm a senior solutions engineer with SailPoint, and today we're going to be giving a demo on Harbor Pilot. Ashu, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashu Jan. I'm a senior solutions consultant at SailPoint. So today we'll be talking about a merger and acquisition scenario. As part of M&A, one of the activities that IM team needs to do is to onboard users from the merging organizations onto Identity Security Cloud. Right at this point, the admin is not so sure whether they can have more than one authoritative source in a single Identity Security Cloud tenant. Right? In order to get the answer as an admin, either I'll have to find the relevant documentation, or I'll have to raise a support ticket, or I can just ask Harbor Pilot. Right? So Harbor Pilot is SailPoint's AI assistant, which is trained on all of our documentation. And as you can see it on your screen, we have pre-filled the query just to save us some time on the video here. Harbor Pilot is good at looking at our documentation, and it comes out with an answer that yes, it is possible to have more than one authoritative source. However, we need to create additional identity profile, as only one identity profile can be associated with an authoritative source. So great. Now we know that we can have more than one authoritative source. The admin can go ahead, onboard the application, and create the additional identity profile as needed. Another application that we have onboarded as part of our M&A process is Active Directory. But the management is not so sure about the state of the data in AAD, and they're concerned that we may be introducing additional risk to our environment, right? By means of lingering accounts that may still be out there for any inactive users. Now, again, I don't have to build any, the complex queries for me to get to that data, but instead I can leverage Harbor Pilot to do that. So as you're able to see on your screen, there are around 15 inactive users who still have active accounts in my environment. Now we have that list, we can do more analysis on it and potentially clean up these accounts. Furthermore, in order to meet our compliance requirements, there is a mandate from the management that all the entitlements must have business descriptions. Having these descriptions is very important for certifiers and approvers to make good business decisions. Again, we should be able to leverage Harbor Pilot for us to get to that data. So now, as you're able to see on your screen, we have a few entitlements in our environment which do not have any business description. But since all of this data is within Identity Security Cloud, we can leverage SailPoint's Gen AI to generate the business descriptions for us. Now I'll hand it over to Casey to continue with further activities. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashu. So yeah, this is all about Harbor Pilot and how it assists us and our administrators in performing day-to-day work with the SailPoint platform. So in continuing with this M&A scenario idea here, what we want to do is continue. Now that we've onboarded our first authoritative source as well as our Active Directory, we're a little bit concerned because we know that people from our acquired org potentially may have already joined the HR system or potentially have been given an account. So really what this is about is I don't know what to do here. And you'll see that Harbor Pilot is more than just simple documentation lookups. We can ask it questions and we can have conversations with it. So I'm here asking Harbor Pilot, look, I've onboarded a new authoritative source and I'm concerned that there might be duplicate identities. Can you help me figure something out that's going to detect them? Not only is it going to give me an answer, but notice that it's actually agentic. It's recommending that we build a workflow. And not only is it recommending that we build the workflow, but it's going to offer to create it for me. Once I click the button and ask it to create the workflow, it's going to go into the background and actually create an entire workflow for us that, has a framework that we're going to be able to populate and leverage to perform this duplicate detection. And then following with that same sort of theme, we're also concerned about the Active Directory that we have onboarded with this system as well. And so this AD potentially could have users with abnormal accounts. This is an acquired org. We're onboarding it to ensure that everyone has access on Monday morning when they come in. But I'm concerned because we haven't actually had a chance to perform full access reviews. So again, notice how I'm just asking Harbor Pilot. I've onboarded a new AD. I'm concerned that users in it might have abnormal access. Can you help me configure something that's going to detect this? You'll see that it's recommending, and if you have this done, you could set up a workflow. It gives me a bunch of instructions to perform it, but I can take it a step further and say, you know what, that sounds great. How about you configure that workflow for me? And as you see, it goes through and performs the exact same steps that I'd shown us before. I click the Create Workflow button, and it creates yet another kind of workflow framework for us to work through. So as we can see, Harbor Pilot is a lot more than simply something we can use to look up documentation or to search data that's within the system. It's truly agentic. And this is really only the first couple of use cases and scenarios that we've put into it. I'm actually very, very excited to see what we're going to do and how far we can push this capability by the end of this year. Thank you very much.
All right, what an amazing demo. So thank you guys for doing all that. Gabriel, Ashu, Noreen, Casey, y'all are just amazing. So thanks for taking the time to share that with our customers. So the other thing I would mention too, and I know we've hit on this, but it's worth repeating, everything you saw in that demo was built on top of our industry-leading platform, Atlas. And it all starts with this unified data model that provides these 360-degree views of what's going on with your program. And then you got all that intelligence that's layered on top, and it's for all identities throughout their full life cycle. So look, in closing, our strategy really revolves around three things. It's about a unified offering across all identities, and providing a comprehensive set of capabilities to secure those identities and ultimately secure your enterprise. So really appreciate y'all joining us today and watching the demo, listening to Meredith and I. And yeah, thank you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.